this paranormal adventure that we're all on, it connects us. This is our paranormal community. This is our paranormal podcast with your host, Sean Gilmore.
He's worked in the paranormal field for 10 years.
He's a part of 2 paranormal teams.
His passion is creating para-unity.
With your host, Brian Mersel.
He's worked in the paranormal field for 7 years.
He leads his own paranormal team.
He wants to help people start their paranormal adventure or grow their existing one. This is our paranormal adventure. This is our paranormal community. This is our paranormal podcast.
It's about supporting. It's about making para-unity a real thing, because we all need to support each other within our community, and that's what the show has always been about.
Welcome, everybody, to our paranormal podcast. I almost said into the abyss, man. I almost messed up. But welcome to this week's special event to help promote MadCon3 and the fight against CF. And we're going to get into what all that means and what all that is here in just a moment. But first, Brian, how are you doing this week?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, you know. I can't complain. Nobody wants to hear it anyways, you know. And, of course, you guys see Chris and Krista Musgrove here with us. And they are here, again, like I said, to promote with us at MadCon3. And later on, we have Adam Kimmell, the one, the only. He's going to be joining us here at about 9 o'clock, he said. So I'm sorry for the late start. Just being transparent, somebody left Fortnite running on my computer, and it slowed everything down. I had to restart everything. It was fun. So here we are.
He played a few games. Don't let him lie.
I'll play Fortnite. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm on there as Paradad777. Come find me. Come fight me. I'll show you. I have fun. Actually, I started playing during the pandemic with my son. And my daughter, because she plays a little bit too. So they play on their Switches, and I'll play there on the Xbox on the computer. And my son begs me to play on the computer. For some reason, playing on the PC is where it's at. That's where the cool kids play. Chris and Krista, how are you guys doing?
Good, buddy. Thanks.
Good. So guys, we are, as you guys can hear, we are having a little bit of technical difficulties. Just turn your volume up because you want to hear everything Chris and Krista have to say, because we are going to learn a lot of important information about the event and about CF, that's cystic fibrosis, what that means and what that means to them. So, guys, Chris and Krista, if I start asking things that are too personal, just let me know. It's okay. As a father, I understand. And the reason why MadCon3 is even a thing is because of you guys and your son, right?
Yes, right.
And so with all the struggles and everything, I mean, my mom has multiple sclerosis. I know how hard it is with that and how much it means to try and raise money for somebody that you care about. So this I'm sorry, I just got my ADHD. Brian, did you do that? That wasn't me. That's funny. Wow, I just totally lost my train of thought because of that.
That was before the serious talk, I promise.
Oh, see, no, you can tell I have ADHD myself. I get distracted very easily. So this is why we end up going down so many rabbit holes and why we have so much fun on the show. So the first MadCon, though, it wasn't at Madison Seminary, was it?
It was actually in our hometown of Winchester. It was at the Randolph County Infirmary. That was our first MadCon at the infirmary. The fundraiser, and it went over pretty well. and it's just progressed since there. And Adam's really taken it and run with it, and we're thankful that he has.
I mean, I remember you guys having that first con there at RCI. I'll always know that place is RCI. Sorry if it's something different. But to me, it's always RCI. And I was like really disappointed. And honestly, I'm really happy that it's at Madison Seminary because it's like an hour away from me and I get to go. So, and it's just an honor to be a part of that. I'll be there at Dark Alley Paranormal's table with Ray Gooseby. And we'll be showing support. We are ready, man. I'll tell you what, this event, like with the virus and everything, like this event is going to be awesome. It seems like really the who's who of the paranormal community locally will be there, and it seems like these drawing, right? These prizes that we can win.
Yeah.
Man, I've been saving up for this. Like, man, I need to buy these tickets. There's some.
We're really grateful that even if you don't have a connection to cystic fibrosis, you've stepped in, you've pitched in, and you're helping us to find a cure. Just every little bit helps.
Can you guys just kind of help people understand what exactly cystic fibrosis is? And I think that right now during a COVID-19, it's got to be an especially scary time for you guys.
Yes. So a lot of questions that we got asked in the beginning was, will he grow out of it? You don't grow out of it. It's a disease that you're born with. There's no cure for it. So you're not going to grow, and you don't grow out of it. And that's one of our biggest questions that we get asked. It is, the way I put it, it's like having gum on your lungs and you just can't get it off. You just can't get the mucus out of your lungs. So we work daily with treatments and vests to try and shake off all the mucus out of his lungs because of the bacteria in your mucus. If it stays in there too long, eventually it festers up and he gets a lot of infections very quickly. So one day he can be fine, the next day he can have a cough, and within 5 to 7 days, we're in an admission trying to fight the bacteria out of his lungs before it progresses even more.
Wow. So each time that he gets sick, it's serious each time.
He can be fine today and tomorrow he starts with a cough and we just have to ramp up treatments quickly or it progresses right into an admission. Within a week, we either know that we've either got over it or we're still trying to fight it before we have to go in. So it's very, very aggressive, just how fast he can take a turn for the worse.
Wow. And like I said, with COVID-19, that makes this a little bit more serious for you guys in your household. Oh, look at that little guy.
Hey.
That's Easton's little brother, Britton. At first, during the pandemic, I was very, very, very concerned that if he was to catch it, we didn't know how it was going to affect him. It has gotten better. We've seen some CFers fight it off without having to go in for admission, so that made us feel a lot better that we felt like we had a chance to fight it at home without it getting too serious.
Nice. Well, that's good. I mean, I think that at the beginning, this pandemic was very frightening.
Yes.
And I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine being a father of 3 kids myself. I couldn't imagine it. So you guys have to be the strength that you guys have in your home. It's got to be amazing. And you guys, it's so great. I mean, being an empath myself, I see pictures of you and Chris together. I mean, you can feel that strength and that connection you guys have for everything, and that's awesome to see. So as hard as this is, you guys have brought to us, the paranormal community, probably the only real con of the year.
That's very true. That's very true. I think about that.
Yeah. So I think that I think that this year you guys are going to kill it. I'm hoping, man. The past couple years I've been there, And I'm hoping that this year we blow those numbers out of the water and earn all sorts of money to fight CF. Now, the monies that are earned, do they go to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation?
So we asked Adam to send it to our Indiana chapter, just because with us being in the state of Indiana, it can go to the National Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, but we prefer to go back into our chapter because it helps our state with the trials and everything that goes on. So it could help if we have Easton in a trial at Riley, it could help with his trials for the next drug. So we asked Adam to send it to our state chapter.
And that makes perfect sense. I mean, this is for you guys. This is for your son. And your son's name is? Easton. Darren Smith wants to know, how old is Easton?
He's 9.5.
He's 9.5. And this is something that he's had his entire life and something that he's going to continue to struggle with his entire life. Yes. Unless we continue to raise money and they find a cure. Right? So here's to being positive on that.
Yeah, and I don't know how many causes that other paranormal cons have, but specifically this one where it's for a good cause and it's all about, helping these people. I think having, I'd say like less supply is even better for you guys, because more people are going to come, or more people, even if they are even like afraid of COVID, they could still send in their donations. They could still tune in to, all the raffles and everything, because I don't know, it's a good cause, and I think you're going to have a good turnout and a good amount of money.
Yeah.
So,
thank you.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, with the raffles themselves, do we have a link for those? Because there are some awesome locations that you can buy raffle tickets for from the events, even if you don't come. So if you live far away, there's so many locations. They're not all local to Ohio. There's locations in Louisiana. There's locations Texas. I mean, really all over almost.
Yeah.
So I mean it.
And about those locations, I mean, you got to sit and think that probably 90% of those are better, have nothing to do with anything with CF. It's just out of the kindness of their heart, donating tickets. A lot of those places out there, people think they're just there to try to get money. It's a con to get, say they're a haunted place to get money, but
yeah,
they don't need to donate tickets. They didn't have to do it. I just can't believe how many places all across the country are doing that. It's amazing. It's just raising more awareness to the cause.
Right, definitely. I mean, there's even Ghost Cam. We had Vicky on from Ghost Cam not too long ago. She was promoting that feature that is available at the Hinsdale House. She's giving away a 8 hours or something like that of Ghost Cam at the Hinsdale House. It's $100 donation there too. So I mean, there's all sorts of different events and things that people have, and I on the event page on Facebook, I did put Adam Kimmell and it was Adam Kimmell and Rebecca did a video, and where they talked about it, and they give all the links and everything. I would try to download the video so I could play it here, but stupid Facebook wouldn't let me. Facebook and technology hate me. So even though we go live on Facebook, I mean, Facebook's wonderful.
So what gave you the idea to start MadCon and really get this cause behind it?
It was really Adam when he first come down, and he's seen firsthand what Easton struggled with and went through, and putting a vest on, and if you've never seen it before, a kid putting a vest on, it shaking him for 30 minutes. You got a lot of questions. So, and seeing, he probably takes around 30 pills a day, different treatments all day long. and he's seen all that. He wanted to try to help in some way to find a cure for it. And the location out here is where kind of all began. We figured we would get a bunch of people together to see what would happen if we could, raise a little bit of money. And like Krista said earlier, it just caught fire, and just in a few years, it's gotten huge.
So do you work with Adam to kind of do the promotions and do the whole setup and the whole logistics?
A little bit. Adam obviously owns the location, and he owns, he does all the behind the scenes. I don't know. Have you ever met him? Have you ever met Adam?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's amazing guy to work with, and he pretty much does it all. We don't really have to do anything.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, he is just like, he's also like nonstop hardworking guy. I'm excited that he was able to come on. He's actually on another podcast right now promoting the event along with us. So and then he's coming on immediately after that podcast. He's coming and joining us. It's amazing the stuff that he does. So he's just,
I think that's just a testament to how hard he's trying to push this thing.
Yeah, he's super dedicated and passionate.
What was the feeling of, I guess, receiving the first check? Was it humbling? Was it just grateful, or what were you guys feeling?
It's very humbling, just because if you don't have a connection to it, like before we were connected to cystic fibrosis, we didn't advocate for anything. We didn't donate to just a certain cause. So for people to donate and step up, it's like, wow, you don't know us, you don't know our family, you don't know our kid, but you're doing this. You really don't know what to say. You can say thank you, but it's just not, you don't feel like it's enough. So it's very humbling that people just reach in their pockets just for, cystic fibrosis and the cause.
Yeah, and I think like things like this where, we're doing a lot of the media and kind of pushing the attention and getting the word out there. When you look at any like fundraising they do, like there's, other different live streamers or YouTubers or just anyone in general that tries to raise large sums of money and just educate them on that point. But like, I think for like famous people raising money for that, it's more along the lines of, I like this person, let me just give money to the cause. But for here, you're actually educating the people. You can see firsthand how it affects these individuals, and I don't know. I think it just hits different. Like, I think it's more sentimental that way, and it's more meaningful.
Yes, we feel the same way.
Yeah.
Because we're not celebrities. Our kid isn't a celebrity. People don't know us like they know, people on TV. So
yeah.
And it does connect to some families, like, oh, my cousin has it, or my brother-in-law has it. So some people do connect to it. And they find a cause like this where they can say, hey, I don't know where else to donate to, but I love the fact that it will go back to CF research. Yeah,
and like a lot of people, if they work for like a specific corporation, you should really look into gift matching. Like if you've been with the company for a long time, like I can't talk about my stuff, but there's ways that next year I'll be able to get the company to match basically on like approved donations. So that's a way, like you need to be working with your work, or just even asking, hey, if I make a donation for this cause, would you match? And that's a huge thing that people can start advocating for like the different companies they work with.
Yeah, that's funny you say that, because I have a really good friend, her husband, their company does that. I don't like to ask for money. It's very hard for me to go out and ask people for anything. So I can help you ask, but I don't like to be the initial one to be like, hey, would you like to donate? So I'm kind of backwards in that part of, I can set up a fundraiser, but I don't want to ask you to donate.
Yeah.
So
it's not an easy thing to do. Nobody, I don't think, really likes to ask for money.
Right.
But I mean, I grew up, doing the MS walkathons and the readathons and the all sorts of thons, trying to raise the money. It's never a comfortable situation, but when it's a cause that you really believe in and it's a good cause and it helps somebody personally, that makes it worth it. It makes it worth it to go put yourself in that uncomfortable situation just for a moment, and then because the end more than justifies the means when it comes to that. So here, Darren Smith, real quick. Well, I'm on board for Saturday. Can't wait to see everyone. Plus, it's nice to see the paranormal community come together for you guys.
Well, thank you. Thanks,
Yeah.
Darren.
Thank you, buddy.
I do want Chris to know I tried to meet the board at the jail to donate an investigation for the raffle, but they aren't sure when they're going to open. Oh, that's nice of you.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I've been wanting to get I've been bugging Darren, and I was like, I need to get into the jail. It's calling me. So, yeah, stupid COVID-19.
It's really surprising, though, how much money we've raised. We've raised more money this year than we've raised in the past 8 years. So, for it being a pandemic, it's been a really good year as fundraising.
Really? So you're just talking about your fundraiser altogether, or are we talking about this MadCon?
Well, so we have a link set up to Easton's page that goes directly to the foundation. So I posted the link to my Facebook last month, and so it's all going to go to Easton's page, which goes to the foundation. So you just donate. The link is to his page into the foundation.
What's the link?
Yeah, I could.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
No. I can try to find it and put it on. It's just under my personal Facebook page.
Oh, well, I can do that.
But when I started it, I actually didn't realize that it posted publicly, and then people started donating, and I was like, oh, wow, this is awesome. I was just messing around with it, and it went ahead and posted itself.
So you've been doing this for 8 years. I mean, what's the learning curve look like when you're trying to set up a fundraiser like this, from the very beginning of how do we even start to even today?
Yeah.
Like what have you learned? And
yeah, Chris and I volunteer a lot at the events, the CF events, so it really gets us motivated to what they do and how they do it, and then we kind of come back and discuss, how we could get the community together. So one of our very first fundraisers, we done an ice cream sundae bar where people would come in and have an ice cream sundae, just something fun for kids, something fun for Easton. And then when Adam started with the RCI Con, we really liked that because it was more than just our hometown. It was the paranormal community, and it was, friends of the paranormal and family. So fundraiser is getting a good idea that you can get a lot of people behind, not just like a 5K run is only for runners. So we wanted something that everybody could do, not just a select group.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking for the link here.
Oh.
So what got you guys in the paranormal community to even begin with?
Chris started investigating back when Easton was first born with just some friends around our hometown. And he followed Adam on YouTube, and Chris and his brother were ghost hunting too together.
Yeah.
So it kind of just started out as a hobby. Just got him out of the house to do something, and then it just has evolved since there.
What was the switch between, I'm interested in the paranormal, I might like ghosts or whatever. Where was the switch to where, no, we should go to that cemetery, or we should go to that building, or we should actually do this? Was there a switch, or?
Yeah, it was just my brother. He lives in Phoenix, and he comes home once a year. And I thought, of course, watching stuff on TV like everybody else does, all the shows.
The shows, yeah.
I'm like, heck, we could do that. So we had a cheap camera and a voice recorder, and we Googled some haunted places and a couple cemeteries and a couple abandoned houses and just see what happened. And we actually, one of the first houses we went to ended up being on Ghost Adventures, but it was one of our first locations, and all kinds of stuff like poltergeist stuff started happening our first night. And once that happened, we wanted to go back. You know how it is after you experience something, you kind of get addicted to it. So we just kept going back and back. And once we had Adam and went out with him, totally different than your run of the mill, just going in and sitting around asking questions. It's an all day marathon, filming and changing different outfits, and then actually investigating. So
yeah,
it all changed with him once I got with the Resident Undead.
I love the fact that, I mean, you can get your feet wet in so many different ways, and you could really make this what you want it to be. Where, you know, you could just be watching the shows with like your friends, or you can, you know, go out to the small locations, maybe just private residences, maybe go support the, you know, like the local historical societies and go to these big places. And then I think the real treat is getting involved in the paranormal community, meeting the different people, going to the MadCons, going to these kind of conventions and supporting the good causes. But it really is what, like, it's this, like, paranormal adventure is what you want it to be. It's like what you make of it. So I was surprised it wasn't your idea, Krista. It wasn't your idea?
No. I thought he was crazy. I just thought it was for fun, but yeah, no. I mean, I do believe in it. I like going. I just don't want to get into it to where something attaches to me and I bring it home.
Yeah. So my girlfriend Julie is the same way, except she doesn't even want to go on it.
Yeah, I like to go. I just don't want nothing coming home with me.
Yeah, I think the first time I told her, I was like, yeah, you know, I used to run an organization back in college, and like I kind of stopped for like a year or so, and she starts crying. What do you mean? You know, what's going on here? Like, what kind of stuff? I was like, well, I've been on like 20 of them, so here's like a huge laundry list. And she's like, I gotta get out of here.
My wife doesn't even want it. My wife, she supports me doing all this and everything, and she's really awesome about it. But we have rules. Well, she has rules, right? So I'm not allowed to bring anything home with me. That includes bricks, dolls, anything else. No, I mean, I have a couple things in my basement that I probably shouldn't talk too loudly about. But I mean, it's about, you know, she just doesn't want anything to do with it. It's scary to her, and I respect that, and she respects me for what I like to do. So it's awesome to have that support. So I try to respect what she does. Like the worst thing I have in my basement, I made it sound worse than it is. I have some scrying mirrors and stuff in my basement. That's it. But they're all used with good intentions, and they're cleansed before they come in the house. I don't bring anything. There was one time I got a doll. I got it at a barn sale. I was driving through the country with my oldest daughter, and my daughter's like, ooh, that doll's creepy. I'm like, yeah, it is. I'm like, do you feel energy off of it? She's like, yeah, it feels weird. I'm like, yeah, let's buy it. So I bought it, and I brought it home. And my wife is like, oh, no. Get that out of here. So it's now at Eric McGill's house. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just a creepy looking porcelain doll. I don't even think that there's anything to it, but whatever, it creeped her out, so she doesn't want it. So I respect it. I actually have some bricks from a haunted location that I need to. I'm giving one to my buddy Josh, but I have a couple others. Maybe I'll donate one Saturday. Maybe people can bid on it. It's from a place that people aren't allowed in anymore, called the what's it called? The Stagecoach Inn or Stagecoach Stop. So here in North
Indiana, yeah.
I actually used to go with Chris when Easton was first born. I would take Easton and we would go on the weekends. And I like to help set up. I like to do anything behind the scenes. I don't like to be on camera, but I like to help do anything. And then once he got in school, it just got to be too hard to go. And Then we decided to have another kid, and that got even harder. So I don't go no more, but I used to enjoy going.
It's hard. It's hard when you have kids. It's hard to do anything.
Yeah. Especially 3.
Tell me about it. What ages are all 3 of your kids?
Easton's 9.5. Grayson is about 4, and Britton is almost 3. So the 2 little ones are only 17 months apart, and they look like twins.
Oh wow! You know what? My 2 oldest are 11 months and 2 weeks apart.
Oh wow!
So they are actually the same age 2 weeks out of the year, and they are 11 and 12, and then my youngest is 6. So it's a crazy house. I have 2 tweens and a first grader. So
I adopted.
We're actually trying to figure out how to do this tonight.
Right. It's really cool you guys are able to. So I found a Cystic Fibrosis Foundation link through your page, but that's all I was able to find.
Well, I posted a link in the comments section, and then I also sent you the link.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
You didn't make it that easy, did you?
I posted it in the there it is.
Oh. I've been so busy doing this, I didn't even look. There it is.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Awesome. Okay. Cool. I'm going to share it too.
So that money goes directly to the foundation. It's not something that comes to us. It goes directly to the foundation. I know a lot of times people think maybe, oh, it's like a GoFundMe, or it's not. That's actually to the CF page.
I think that's one of people's biggest fears, because you hear the horror stories of like donating to the Red Cross and this, that, and just the companies that oversee that take such a huge cut. You never get to see, what's really going on behind the scenes, and I think that's why when you donate to something that's local, you might not think that it affects global or even across the states, but what you don't see is the local area is going to get that research more efficiently, and of course they're going to spread the information across the states, across the world, but it doesn't have to be some global thing, because with that they take more of the cut. So more of the resources, it just gets to the cause more efficiently.
Yes.
Regardless of where you live.
Yes. When we first started with the CF, there's a lot of things you don't realize. Some nonprofit organizations have a very high overhead. CF is one of the nonprofit organizations that have a very low overhead. So they don't take a lot of the money that's donated. So a vast majority of it goes to research. It's just a minority amount that goes to paying, the girls at the chapter. So I like knowing those little details. It's just details that everybody else don't think about, but we know. So I really enjoy that part of it.
Yeah. And when you can give to a cause that's more efficient, less overhead, fees and everything, it's, I guess the research is transferable. What we learn more about CF, we can learn more about other diseases as well. So if someone's trying to just blanket donate to a disease, you want to look for, fundraisers and different, avenues that are the most efficient to start, trying to find cures for all these different diseases. Let's try and find the ones where, the money goes in the most efficient way. And then we could take what we learn from the research, maybe, efficiency-wise or any of the research techniques, and apply it to the other diseases going forward. So, I think CF, if it is, one of the most efficient, causes to donate to, I don't know why more people aren't doing it. But that makes sense.
They just released this week that it was an enormous amount of new research that was going on, and it's just overwhelming how much money they put towards research. It surprises me, I guess.
Yeah, I love that I mean, there's so many negatives to the virus going on, but I think one of the positives is that we're kind of slowing down and we're kind of figuring out what's important to us, and because we're not going out and we're not spending a lot, we have a little more reserved capital, and we're consuming more because we're at home and we're consuming about the virus and everything. But then you start learning about the other things that's going on, whether it's wildfires or the other diseases that are around our human society, and then we're like, well, now we have all this additional capital. We're not spending as much because we're staying home. And now we're trying to realize what's really important in life. How do we help the human race as like a whole? So I think this year, because of the supply demand of these cons, I think where people's morals and what's important to us is kind of getting aligned. We have more free capital in our households. I think this is the year to hit an all-time record, 10 times.
I think so too. And now with that, for people that are thinking about coming out, do you guys have anything to do with the planning? Because I can wait to ask Adam Kimmell, but as far as the social distancing plans, do you guys kind of know what people can expect as they're pulling up to the Madison Seminary?
We don't really know all those details. I know Ohio is on a much stricter plan than Indiana is, so I imagine maybe masks might be required, but we don't know that for sure.
I would definitely expect masks.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard to social distance, but if you have a mask on and we have plenty of hand sanitizer,
Yeah. I'll tell you what, in the spring, my family and I, we decided not to cancel our family vacation, and we still went. And we used common sense. Yeah. That's all we did. Yep. Right? We used common sense. We washed our hands. We used hand sanitizer. And guess what? We went to Myrtle Beach and no one got sick. And Myrtle Beach was a hot spot. Yeah. So that just goes to show you use common sense. That's all it takes is a little bit of common sense, and we can all still stay safe, and we can still have a good time, and we can raise the money that we need to. And I want to reiterate again, guys, if you cannot come to MadCon, there are ways that you can still donate. You can still be put in drawings. I think that there's a deadline though. For the drawings, which I think are, I have to look that up. I'm thinking that it might be the 19th. I'll have to look because I know that they want to make sure. I actually have a video.
Chris, did you know?
I think the 19th did sound right when he said that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have the video. I can screen share it. Do you guys want me to play that?
Yeah, you could.
All right, let's play Adam and Rebecca's video. It's about a 5-minute video. So, guys, please continue to bring on your questions. But it's important to get all this information out, and this is just so cool. I want to make sure I share it. So,
as the video plays, if you have questions, throw it in the comments, and then we'll address them all.
Yes, definitely. So, here. Oh, I gotta. It helps if I do this first. All right. Maybe. Uh-oh. Yep, that's the one. All right, here we go.
Resident undead, and right now we are inside the Fairfield County Infirmary in Lancaster,
Can you guys hear it?
To give you a special announcement about our annual fundraiser, MadCon3.
The secret is a disease impact.
Uh-oh, I'm having sound issues. I'm having sound issues. Sorry, hold on. We'll start it over. No? Oh, come on.
When you played it before. You can hear it.
Okay, maybe I won't be able to do this.
Fundraiser, MadCon3.
Cystic fibrosis is a disease that impacts the lungs and the digestive system. A boy that we care about very much, east of Musgrove, has been fighting this disease his entire life. We wanted to do whatever we could to aid in the fight against cystic fibrosis.
For the last 10 years, we have been building an arsenal of allies, paranormal locations, and several have joined us in the fight. I'm going to list them off to you right now and explain how you can win these in the raffle. First up, Monroe House, Hartford City, Indiana. The Knickerbocker Hotel, Linesville, Pennsylvania. Bonnie and Clyde Ambush Museum, Gibbsland, Louisiana. The Wildwood Sanitarium, Salamanca, New York. Melbourne Manor, Melbourne, Iowa. Hillview Manor, Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Prospect Place, Trinway, Ohio. West Virginia Penitentiary, Moundsville, West Virginia. Wilson Castle, Proctor, Vermont. The Ohio State Reformatory, Mansfield, Ohio. Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, Weston, West Virginia. Old South Pittsburgh Hospital, South Pittsburgh, Tennessee. Sweet Springs Sanitarium, Sweet Springs, West Virginia. Old Paulding Jail, Paulding, Ohio. Madison Seminary, Madison, Ohio. Fairfield County Infirmary, Lancaster, Ohio. Saratoga County Homestead, Galway, New York. The Myrtles Plantation, St. Francisville, Louisiana. Landell's Mohican Castle, Ludenville, Ohio. Old Jail Inn, Park County and Drunk Tank Winery, Rockville, Indiana. Old Lavaca County Jail, Hallettsville, Texas. Hinsdale House, Hinsdale, New York. I want to give a special shout out to every single owner to these locations for assisting us in the fight against cystic fibrosis. That is a huge contribution. Now, for this entire raffle, we're going to make it available to everyone online. And here's how you can do this. What you're going to do is simply text our business line, 440-721-8937. Give us your name, the amount of tickets you want, and where you want them to go, as in which location are we putting those tickets into. There is a $20 minimum. So whenever you buy these tickets, has to be at least $20. But here's how the pricing works on top of that. $20 gets you 30 tickets. $30 gets you 50 tickets. $50 will get you 75 tickets. And $100 will get you 150 tickets to enter in this raffle. Also to note, all of our physical items that have been donated will only be accessible on the ground on September 19th in the middle building. Those will have their own tickets going, but for those physical items, we're just gonna kind of avoid the shipping. That always becomes a super big problem. So you have to be on the ground to win those physical items. Again, what I'm telling you now is just for every single location that's joined in the roll call. And exclusively for hanging in there and watching this video. I'm going to tell you two things that we have made no announcements about, two bonus things that are also eligible in this online raffle. Our good friend, Laura Marini, she's our mentor. She's helped us with huge strides in the industry. She has been in TV for several years. She's helped in projects such as Most Terrifying Places in America, Destination Fear, and Ghost Adventures. She is going to offer 30 minutes of her time exclusively for any paranormal team that wants to pitch their show idea, any team that needs tips, anything to help you in the industry. You have 30 minutes one-on-one with Laura Marini, who's worked with Travel Channel and other networks. The last bonus thing, this is big, guys. There was a location that just reached into us not too long ago today. The Conjuring House in Rhode Island. It is now eligible to you. We're posting that here. The details will be below, but now we have a full arsenal at your disposal.
This alliance across the paranormal community has been unprecedented. It's amazing, and I am so proud to be part of this world. Thank you for everybody who's joined us in the fight, and let's make
Uh-oh. Did I lose sound again?
Yeah.
Technologies. It hates me. But we got the gist of it, right?
Yeah, can we freeze? Can we freeze on the text message part so I can throw it in the chat?
Yes. Here, what I can do is put my headphones back on. I'll replay it and get that number again. But yeah, so this is what happens when Fortnite is played on my computer and I don't get to run the cleaners and do all that fun stuff. I have stupid little tech issues. So, anyways. Okay, I can hear. All right, I was waiting for a noise to make sure that my headphones were working. And we can close that. So, not only are there really cool locations, but guys, if there's a paranormal team that has been waiting for their shot, you can win that just by making a donation. You can win your shot to have your own show. At least get your idea for the show made into a reality. That is awesome. I know so many people in the paranormal community that would love that opportunity. All you got to do is donate $20, and you can win it. That's awesome. I mean, to me, that's worth way more than $20. I'll tell you what. Most of these locations that are up there, if you go, let's say you do just the $20 and you get lucky enough, because I guarantee you better, if you want to win, hopefully you'll have more than just a couple tickets in there. But still, some of these locations, even if you donate $100, that's still, you get all those tickets, you donate $100, you're getting a location like Madison Seminary or Fairfield or the Hinsdale House, the Monroe House. All investigations are way more than $100. So it's definitely more than worth your while if you want to look at it that way. And then, you know what? If you don't win, oh, well, you donated money to a cause that's very important. Right. So this is so cool. Like, I've never seen the community do anything like this before. This is so cool to see, and that had to play a small role on it. It's just amazing to me.
I would sit at nighttime, and the posts would come up about this and who donated this, who donated that, and it's very humbling, and it gets you very emotional. I mean, you're kind of at a loss for words. I just, late at night, I start to get very emotional just thinking about it. I'm like, wow, like, these people are so incredible to just step in and say, hey, we want to be part of it. Like, wow, thank you so much.
That is so cool. I mean, there's even Lando's Mohican Castle. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of this place. Someone actually just messaged me about the ghost tours that they do there, and they're asking me about it. I mean, this place is so cool. I haven't had the opportunity to go. It's in, I always want to say Loudonville, Ohio. Apparently I say it incorrectly. Because I don't know. I go camping at Mohican State Park quite often in Loudonville, Ohio. Like I said, I must have been saying it wrong forever, because Kimmell, I know Kimmell would say it correctly. So, but guys, here, I'm getting the phone number right now. Got a text. Here it is. The phone number, guys, is 440-721-8937. Text that number, how many tickets you want, and hold on, I'm getting the information, what all you need to get. What all was it? Was the number of tickets that you want, and then you send the funds to the PayPal account. And I know that Addie, who probably, I'm assuming Addie is the one who's manning the phone. She will be more than happy to talk to you guys through where you need to send that money to. I bet that if you gave her an email, she would even send a money request to you. Sorry, Addie, if I'm putting words in your mouth, if I'm making you work harder, but that's what I would probably end up doing. So I'm just assuming that that's okay.
What's the phone number one more time? 440-721-8937.
I do believe so. I moved past that screen. Hold on. It is 440. I don't know. Where'd it go? No, I can't find it. There it is. 440-721-8937.
Okay. My little thing here is, so you've been a part of a group, or let's just say you just got involved in the paranormal, and then COVID hit. This is a great way to get, excited about investigations again. But a lot of us have been in the field for years, 5 years, 10 years, etc. Maybe you've been with the same group, and it's kind of, maybe we go to a handful of investigations each year. This is something to jazz your group up about, especially like if you're in like a leadership position of your group. Nothing gets your entire, because some members might live an hour or so away. They're not very, very active. This is a way to bring your team together, collect all the donations, and really do all the research of these locations. Okay, this one's 2.5 hours away. This one's 5 hours away, but maybe we got a relative there that we could stay. All this crazy stuff. Really bring your team in, get some good quality time, especially with COVID. We all know how to do the Skype and the Zoom and everything now. Just get them jazzed up. And what you do is, all you have to do is text that number. You can say how many tickets, but no one's going to remember that. Just say how much money you want to put. They'll say, here's X tickets, and they'll go ahead and put it all in for you. I don't know how much easier it can get. You text that number after you do the research on what investigation location looks cool. You get your whole team jazzed up about it. And the biggest thing is that you're donating to a good cause. And good conversations with your team members, which is probably going to lead to further research, and just you're going to have a lot of fun doing it. So it's not just a donation. There's so much to it.
Definitely. I'll tell you what, my team, Dark Alley, we have come up with our strategy, what we're doing. I'm not going to tell you what our strategy is, but we're hoping to win. So get your team together, man. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, how many people, if each person donates $20, how many people is that to raise $100 right there? That's 150 tickets. The breakdown is this: $20 gets you 30 tickets, $30 gets you 50 tickets, $50 gets you 75 tickets, $100 gets you 150 tickets. I think everybody should want the 150 tickets. I mean, if you want to win, you're getting 150 tickets for each location you want to go to.
You need to be doing your research, even if you just dump in, for one investigation, you need to do at least 100. So go to your team, go do a bunch of research, and at least throw $100 in one location. That's probably like the least. It's just the best bang for your buck, mathematically. You don't want to walk away with anything more than the $100 donation.
The selfish part of me says, you know what? Everyone else, go ahead and do the $20. My team's got you covered. No, I'm kidding. I just won't tell you. Obviously, you guys know what my team's doing, but I'm not going to tell you what location. So,
this cat's probably going to do the farthest one away from anyone in Ohio, and they're like, oh, yeah, this is definitely going to be probably like the least amount of tickets, and they're going to just dump.
No, I'll say this. It's a location that I have personally been to more than once.
It's Madison Seminary. They're going all in.
So, yeah. I'm not going to say anything else. I've already said too much because I don't want anyone to outbid me. No, I'm kidding. I do want to win, though. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, there's the other prizes. I can't wait. Last year, there was so many great prizes that you could win in these raffles. They had One was like an old window that they taped a bunch of lottery tickets to. That, dude, I was mad I didn't win that. I put money on that. I won a Fortnite. Yes, Fortnite once again. Backpack for my son. Yeah, my son. Yeah, he was so pumped. So here we go. Eddie Pence is here. Oh, I'm surprised, Sean. I didn't know you could. No, I cannot do math that quickly. Don't fool yourself. I have a cheat sheet going on here. So yeah, Melvin, don't go fooling yourself. Don't give myself too much credit. And here, Krista, I see that you did ask, but I'm sure the other people, or you did answer this question, where it was asked if, where'd it go? Will Easton be Saturday? Oh, at the Saturday night hunt. Yeah. It's not just at the con. Will he be at the hunt?
He was last year.
Last year, he wanted to stay with his dad, so I let him stay for a little bit. Yeah.
He loved it.
I'm going to be honest with you. Madison Seminary is, it's not a tamed beast. I don't know how I'd feel about having my kids in there.
Yeah. He used to say, I let him stay. He was on Adam's hip the whole time that he was there. Adam
that's
took
awesome.
care of him. We didn't go get too crazy, but he just wanted to go to a dark room and be part of it.
Yeah. I mean, that's cool. And Adam is, Adam, he's just a natural people person, right? Yeah, and it's no surprise to me that your son would want to be there with him. What time is it? Is it 9 o'clock already? Wow. Guys, guess what time it is?
Adam time?
Oh!
Look.
Oh! Hello, everybody.
How's it going, Adam?
I want to join the party.
Here you are. Welcome for joining. Thank you. Welcome for joining us, because that's English.
Dude, it's been. I have to apologize. So, just for the record, I am great. I actually thought it was March. I actually openly said it was March the other day. Sean, you'd invited me to this. MadCon3, and actually, Krista, now you're seeing this. This is turning into a phenomena, dude, every year. And it has been nonstop chaos. We've been putting a lot of publicity out there. This is my bad. All these shows wanted to book, and Sean, we talked first, and I was like, oh no, what are the odds? But the great thing I love about your show, Sean, you're a talker, and I know it always goes on. I was like, this is going to be perfect. It's going to be great, dude. So
definitely. And I mean, it works out because now we get to have you on the show with the Musgroves, and you got to go and promote the event on the other podcast, which I don't know what that might be called.
They were just drinking a lot of booze, and we were talking about cystic fibrosis. So throwing it out there. But here we are, dude. And I got the I can't wait to see you guys. I cannot wait to see the boys. They're getting older. The Musgroves have a clan to them. When I first met them, it was just Easton. Their army is growing. The army there's Easton.
There he is.
Easton, I was just talking to Atticus, and Atticus cannot wait for this weekend. We're gonna reunite the Kimmells and the Musgroves, the next generation, and we're gonna have a blast, dude. Are you ready, Easton? Are you ready for this? Yeah, buddy.
He was ready back in July. We told him in September this year.
He was ready to do it again. So here we go again.
Real quick, my friend Melvin, he's calling you out, Adam. I gotta do it.
No.
Another one.
Adam, I'm gonna call you out. You never. Oh no.
You never got back to me about unexplained possibilities. I'll tell you what, Adam.
Someone
about MadCon3, or if it's just about whatever. Melvin, he has a podcast that he does. He asks the best questions. He's gonna make you think, man.
I want this.
It's fun. There's times when he'll come on and he asks the questions for me on my podcast. I love it. So,
Melvin, I failed you for the last time. We're gonna fix this. We're gonna fix this. and we're going to jump in hard. So more MadCon talk. It is just chaos. And just so the Musgroves know, man, we've got this ready for you guys. Krista, I can't wait for you guys to come back. We've come back bigger and harder this time. And you guys are probably talking about this, the amount of locations that have chimed in to help. We put the beacon out there, and I didn't expect half of these locations to reach back. And none of them put up any fight. They were like, whatever you need, here's your free private, here's this. It's incredible what the paranormal community has done. They're just like, they loved it, you know, and we're already raising a ton of money. The Tennessee boys of Gateway Paranormal, they already started. They started already raising money for Easton. So there's already money going in that direction, and we're going to raise more money on the ground. It's going to be huge, dude. I was just saying that in the last 3 years alone of doing this at Madison Seminary, we've raised $6,500 for cystic fibrosis research. This year, I'm telling you already now, I'm an insider. I see the numbers. We're going to break the 10,000 threshold. We're going to break 10G.
I definitely believe it. And you know what? I played the video that you and Becca did for the locations. I did a quick screen share here. And one thing we didn't talk about, there's guests that are going to be there, right? Mm-hmm. So there's other people from the paranormal community. I'm just going to throw this up here real quick. Can we talk a little bit about who all these people are? I see a couple silly people that I've met before.
So here's something for anybody that's never been to a MadCon. Get ready. It is like a paranormal reunion / party. It's just crazy because we bring in, you know, Steve Broad. I was just talking to Steve Broad. He said it well. We all live so far away. We all talk to each other online, on Facebook. We get on our podcast together. But do we get to meet face to face? There is one time, a very special time every year where you get together, and it's at Ground Zero. It's at Madison Seminary. Chris, you remember last year, Krista, it was wild. It was so much fun. It's just like meeting all your old friends again. Yeah. And so this year, we decided to do something a little different. For the last 2 years, we have had celebrities help us. And I have been a huge advocate of the underground. Chris and I have been doing Resident Undead for, Chris, how many years now? I don't even know. It's been about 7 years. And we see a lot of people in the underground. Sean, like yourself, you've been doing this. You're one of the OGs. And this year for MadCon3, I want to give a shout out to the underground. And Addie and I were talking, and we're like, let's bring some paranormal players in there that are making some noise. Everybody's making noise in a thing, but this way we focused on property owners and documentaries. Just, you know, people that are out there making some noise right now. We're gonna give you another extra boost, and it also splashes the fandom. And that's right. Shout out to the underground, baby. And so let's talk about that lineup, that mugshot. You have, let's start off with those two very silly gentlemen to the left of your screen, stage right, screen left. Eric McGill and David Wooliver. Our Haunted Minds. They just started their own show. These two, and Chris sees them all the time with us, they help us with Resident Undead. They've been thrown into the mix with us, and they are our production team. These guys are gurus. I'll fist fight anyone that wants to dispute that David Wooliver is not one of the best drone pilots in the game. He's amazing. And Eric, I mean, Sean, you've worked with Eric. The dude is a genius when it comes to production. And this, you know, they talked about doing their own series. I was like, go for it. And it's like a Resident Undead spinoff. It's like if Bill Nye, the science guy, messed with the paranormal. It's beautiful. It makes you really think. Yeah. I mean, Eric's a great host. Dave, great supporting in all of it. Their chemistry is amazing. So they will be featured at MadCon3. We have the boys from Tennessee, the depths of Tennessee, right there in the back. Gateway Paranormal. I'm really excited to meet these guys. I saw them down in Tennessee making some noise. And if anyone knows me, I'm always watching the underground. We got eyes and ears everywhere. I saw them making some noise down in Tennessee. I was like, those guys right there. Let's bring them on up. And they just had a smash documentary, a hit smash documentary, A Voice for the Silenced, where they investigated the Randolph County Infirmary, which Chris, we know very, very well about that. Building is very haunted. The building is very haunted. And they did a great job there. If you want to bring the mugshot back up again, let me see. I'm jumping around too. Let's go okay, I'm just moving my way over. You got Steve Brote. He has worked with us for years. I wish this guy lived closer. I love some haughty brawdy. And he is from New York. He hails from the depths of New York. Right now, he is representing the Saratoga County Homestead in New York. It's a brand new location that's being saved. And just a little filler for everybody watching, it is going to be the season premiere episode of Destination Sphere new series. New season. Season premiere. So Brote is leading the charge with that. Now moving over one to the right, if you're looking at your screen, that's Cindy Harper. And Cindy Harper is the manager and main operations to the Sweet Springs Sanitarium out in West Virginia. And so that'll be awesome. I know a lot. It's a brand new location, pretty much to the paranormal. A lot more investigators are going there. Cindy's doing an amazing job connecting that and getting the underground in there and investigating. Our good friend Eddie Pence was just out there. He said the place is ridiculous. So that's a former sanitarium. She's doing an amazing job taking care of it. We'll see her on the ground with us.
Yeah.
And our next gentleman across, this guy doesn't really need introductions. He's an OG. He's been busy out there in Hinsdale, New York, bringing us the Hinsdale House. He single-handedly saved that to begin with, assembled an amazing crew of people that just really care about that building. And Sean, I know you've been there. Hinsdale House is wild. It is something wild. Then we're moving over. Oh man, these guys. This is trouble. If you move your eyes over to the right, Ashley Lucky, Chris Musgrove, Rebecca Kirschbaum, and myself. Look at that. Look at that cocky 2015 pose. I love how everybody uses that picture. I love that. That's just like, it's great. It's great. Hat tilted. I'm ready to go, baby. Former frat boy. Resident Undead, as always, we're hosting this. And just like I was saying on the last show, I've kept my promise to the Musgroves. It's been 5-6 years. Like we said, 7. I met Easton and I said to Chris and Krista, whatever I can do to help, I'm not going to stop. And here we are again, doing it again. So
thank you so much.
And it's been done in places that was never been supposed to be open to the public.
That's right. So, but now even covering it, what's crazy about this is until I met Easton, I didn't know anything about cystic fibrosis, and it's opened my eyes because the more we've done this, so many people have chimed in and they're like, thank you for doing this. I have a loved one myself who has it. I have a cousin who has cystic fibrosis. I didn't realize how spread out cystic fibrosis was. You know, there's actually a lot of our friends are affected, and the cause means a lot to a lot of people. And
Jeff Fent's mom passed away from CF.
That's right. And I would have never known that. I would have never known that until, we did this.
I think the biggest thing is they don't look sick. That's the biggest thing is they look at Easton and he don't look sick, but we go in for a recheck next week after MadCon, and even though he's not going to look sick at MadCon, we still may go in for an admission because his functions are down. So you'll never know it, but he'll be sick on the inside. So that's the biggest thing about CF is you don't see it.
There they are.
It's true. And what frustrates me the most, and Chris knows this about me, I'm fast and I'm furious, and I want everything for everybody like right now. I hate having to wait. I hate, we're here rebuilding the underground. We're making it huge. If we could get a cure right now, you just tell me what we got to do. And the only thing we can do right now is throw money at it. Yeah. That's all we can do right now. Right. If I could find the cure myself right now, I would do it. I would absolutely do it. And even with everything we're doing, and here's something I did say, the paranormal community at large are some of the most caring, loving people. Sean, you were just out with us at our volunteer day out there, and you were busting it. You were fixing this place up. I have had fights with commissioners, politicians that are very disconnected with our history. And I'll get this. This all comes full circle of this amazing group of people that are not recognized for their hard work. And I'm trying to take the front line. I'm trying to give a voice to that. Like, this is a very, very ambitious, a very dedicated group. Keep our names out of your mouth unless you are with us with a paintbrush. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't think. Just recently, Fairfield County Infirmary came under fire. It's an eyesore. Well, we're gonna get that hashed out after. Like, I want to focus on MadCon. That's what I'm here for. But like, the fight is constant, and this community does so much. We have saved historical buildings, and so many people from the paranormal have come together. It's a lot of that money from them that is donated. That goes towards this. So you can't find a better group of people that can get this job done.
Definitely. And so you brought up your other location. Is there any like I know you have a lot of work to do there, and I saw that article that you posted, which is a bunch of hogwash. I hope you leave those buses, man. Those buses are
they're not going anywhere.
Those buses
the buses aren't going anywhere.
You should turn them into freaking like put some cots in there so people can sleep in there.
Right.
Turn them like little cabins, if you will. Like, I don't know. That's just me, because I think those things are awesome. They add character, and they just feel like they belong there. I've never been there, but I've seen pictures, I've seen videos, I've seen the docs and stuff on it. So
the buses aren't going anywhere. Honestly, I love the publicity. That's free publicity that I don't have to put out there.
Right.
I didn't have to pay for Facebook marketing. So if they want to yip and yell and say it's an eyesore, like I said, buses aren't going anywhere. Come and get them. Come and get them. So
nice.
It's going to be good. It's going to be, and Fairfield's on its way. And it's, dude, like, is it Saturday yet? I just want it to be Saturday.
Right.
Let's do this.
I know. Right. I think we're all just like itching for it. Now, what are the chances of having a fundraiser at Fairfield in the future?
We've talked about that. So we weren't sure exactly what to do with everything yet out there, because we're still taming it. And it is absolutely a huge possibility. I got to talk to the Musgroves, because that could be a lot of traveling. Get your summer vacations in, right? So we're going to figure some stuff out, because I know it is very hard with you guys having the three boys traveling a lot and stuff. And this is like that one big trip of the year. And we'll see how everything plays. I think big things are in the future. Once we tame that Wild West out there, the possibilities are endless. So
that's awesome.
It will be tamed, for sure.
It will be tamed.
Yeah. So Goose said, no, Mr. Commissioner, you're an eyesore.
Mic drop. The Goose is here. Give it a mic drop. So this isn't the first time we've had political figures say this stuff. Now it's just normal. It's whatever.
Holly Meyer wants to know if you want the buses fixed. I still say no. Turn them into little cottages.
Into little Airbnb. So a little backstory for everybody. The Fairfield County Infirmary, the former ownership, Habitat for Humanity, they had the buses brought in. They knew somebody who was on American, I guess they did special effects or makeup for American Horror Story. So it was donated to the property, and it pretty much comes with the property. You can't move them, I'll tell you that. Those things are like stationary into the ground. For any American Horror Story fans out there, this comes from the season known as Freak Show. There was a clown named Twisty that would go around, and he was a hopeless romantic. He would kill people. He'd kill people. And he would bring people into the bus, put them in cages. And what's crazy is everyone's like, well, Twisty only had one bus. Well, the one bus that you see, you'd have to look at them. One is the bus for the external shots. Like, that was the external one for exterior shots. And then the other bus, they cut it open so they could put the cages to get the cameras in. So they made you think you were still in the bus you saw. So that's why there's two buses. They actually use both for filming. So, yeah. But
hey, Adam, you remember when we filmed our episode there? Didn't you get a secret phone call that guy tried to make you an offer on the buses?
Yeah, we had a very large offer given for the buses, and I was like, I really enjoy when people come for tours and they lose it. They start taking pictures, that's worth more than the money to me. That's, you know what I mean? So, yeah, but an offer, we had a very hardcore collector. He wanted to take care of it. He was like, very large sum. He's like, I'll have him moved. And we're like, yeah, let me think about it.
Yeah, I'll call you.
But yeah, I'll call you back.
Have my people call your people.
Right now is not the time, though. Missing interviews and everything. Such a genuine statement. I'll call you back. It's not coming. So, yeah. But so, and Krista and Chris, you guys, so your tentative plan, you guys are coming in, you're obviously going to make it for Friday. My mom is cooking for us again, as always. We have that Friday night ghost hunt where we put a little meal together. So for everyone that has bought tickets for the Friday, my mom is cooking, I believe it's pulled pork and pulled chicken. She's very thrilled about this. So the boys are going to love it. There's something for everybody. And trust me, we have Atticus. And like, we know how children are with eating. Trust me, there's options for days. So the kids will eat something. That's going to be great. And I just can't wait to see your guys' faces, especially when we blow this up on Saturday, dude.
It's going to be unbelievable. And the weather's supposed to be perfect.
Dude. Well, last year I messed up. And I apologize. For anyone that was with us last year, we accidentally picked the hottest day of the summer. Worst day of the summer. Literally in record, hottest day of the summer. So we're all dying. It was so hot that I didn't even charge for water. Water's free. Just take it because you might die. So, yeah, it was wicked.
None of the water got drank last year.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But still great turnout. And, hey, Vicky. I see Vicky. Vicky from Oregon. Vicky.
Yeah.
Amazing woman. If I can say, when this pandemic started, she sent us a ton of masks. And she's always been a supporter of all this stuff.
Big support.
And amazing. Vicky, you're an amazing woman.
She is, and she is in Oregon, like you said, and they're fighting those forest fires there, in California. So, my thoughts are with you and with everyone down there. In my line of work, I actually have to follow all of that, so it's scary stuff going on down there, or over there, I should say. So now, you have the ghost hunt coming up on Friday.
Correct.
We've got the big con with the amazing gifts and prizes that you can win for making your donations. Now, real quick, I did kind of jump it in the link. I'm going to do it again. I put the text number in the chat. I'm doing it again, guys, because it's important. I know it's kind of like one of those telemarketing shows or whatever, but it's important. Guys, text in. What are you looking at?
It's Addie. Just everybody know, I have to make a note of this. I don't know if I can see her. There she is behind that. So I have to say something for everybody. If you want to get in on this raffle, Sean just talked about this. We are doing, if it's online right now. When you're on the ground, you're going to be able to put tickets in. But for people that cannot attend the con, this is very important. You need to text. There it is. You need to text this line. Tell us how many tickets you want. We have a PayPal account set up that is being put to all the donations for cystic fibrosis. You have to tell us before tomorrow. I think, what's the cutoff time tomorrow? Midnight. Ooh. You heard it here. So listen in. If you don't, we're literally turning our phones off Friday and Saturday. Madison Seminary and Fairfield County Infirmary are going dark because every single man is on deck to handle this event. So business line's going dark. And so again, read this text that's underneath here. If you are not attending the con, note, if you are not attending the con, you got to get that in because after Thursday midnight, tickets are only going to be available for people coming on the ground. And then you can buy as many as you want there. That's fine. But online is shut down. It's just too much. It'd be way too much chaos. And, last minute, everybody so wait a second. We got a Darren Smith. So see, this is funny. We're talking about this. Darren Smith, sup, buddy? It could be time. It is like a paranormal reunion. That's what MadCon has turned into, dude. It was so much fun. Yes, we ghost hunt, especially on the Friday. And then that Saturday, it's a bunch of friends getting together and just ghost hunting, dude. It's wild, man. It's like the best reunion you could ever ask for. So
that's awesome. And so now, if you guys are traveling,
we have a Musgrove down. We have a Musgrove down.
Uh-oh.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Again, is it Saturday yet?
There are hotels nearby. And also, don't forget Airbnbs, guys. You can find some great deals on Airbnbs, but there are local hotels. They actually just built a new hotel. It's like a Holiday Inn or something, right? That's
correct.
Right, the freeway.
So we have a deal set up. Everybody that wants to come, you know, when it comes to travel arrangements, don't worry. We have made deals with the Holiday Inn. Easton. So we've made deals with the Holiday Inn. You have to call them directly. Call. Don't do it through a third party. Call the Holiday Inn in Madison directly. Get to their front desk and say, when you are booking, I'm booking because I'm coming to Madison Seminary. You can say MadCon3, Madison Seminary, and you will get a very significant discount on your room. So, Denise Smith, ban her. Ban her. I'm going to ban her from the show. Who is that? So
she is on another podcast on RU Media. I don't know if I can ban her. I
guess she's like
the password.
She's grandfathered in now. Dang it. But and I just want to say, making deals at the Holiday Inn. And actually that's Big Daddy himself, Wolliver.
That's right.
Yeah. And Brian, I know that this is new. I want to say congratulations on coming on the show and joining Sean. This is awesome, dude.
Thank you so much.
It is great to have you on the network. And I always say this to Sean, dude. Sean he's a good dude. Well, I got to point this way. We're like the Brady Bunch, like this way. You guys, Sean, the views, we started this network to get more creative content for people that want to get this stuff out here, podcasters, people that want to share stuff, that want to talk about the paranormal. Sean, dude, you're amazing already. It is. And I was just talking to Dave and Eric on how great the viewership is. You've got a good following to this. Now, Brian, you're on board, dude. You're solid. I've watched some of the other shows you guys have done already. Like, I'm so glad to have you guys on the network. We're killing it. And I know bigger things are coming. So this is just awesome, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I much appreciated. Brian, man, he's going to bring, he's already got some great new ideas that we're going to bring on. So actually the intro that I've been playing, Brian took the time to actually make, we're waiting on another intro to be made. And then the intro that we're playing is actually going to be, I like it so much, we're going to have an outro, and that is what we're going to use. So, so he's already making the show better. So
nice.
Yeah.
And I just want you guys to know the future's looking bright. Chris and I are in on a little secret. We can't talk about it, but things are brewing. And I said 10 years ago, I want to rewrite the paranormal grid. I want to bring some of the best people together. I want us to work together and all this. And that's what's happening. The unity. Like, Sean, we were just at Madison. You see some of the greatest people working together. Brian, you're now with it. It's just a good collective of people that are like, this is awesome, man. I wake up every day. And Eric says the same thing. Eric McGill, he's like, is this real life? Is this real life? How is this all happening? How are all these good people coming together, just killing it every day, doing good things and just making the paranormal even better? And, you know, like, think about where the paranormal was 10 years ago. Okay. Like, the underground paranormal was just a mess. There wasn't a lot going on, and man, dude, it has been tamed and it is awesome.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot going on, and a lot of new faces, and it's what it is. It's more opportunity for us to learn from each other.
Yes.
It's more opportunity for us to share our views, you know. I mean, that's what's so great about all these documentaries, whether if you're going on Amazon or if you're going on YouTube, or I mean all these streaming networks where you can find these underground documentaries. And I mean, that to me, I mean, the TV shows, don't get me wrong, they're great, they're fun, but to me, I'm going, if I want to watch something paranormal, I'm going to find something underground. I'm probably going to stream in YouTube on my TV because that to me, that's the good stuff. That's where you find the good evidence.
You find the raw, the real, the people are passionate, and
the Skittles time.
Yeah.
Sorry, I made a reference to an old friend.
But no, it's wild. I'm sorry, I had this monumental thing I was going to say. My mind went blank just because, again, is it Saturday? But dude, yeah,
Hey,
I was thinking
Saturday night, Adam. How you plan on doing it with the ghost stuff? Kind of like you did last year. Everybody's going to be leading teams or leading.
Yep.
Okay.
So since we got, and I know Matthew's in here, I saw him here from Gateway. We did all the introductions. We got Gateway. We got Dave and Eric, Haunted Minds. There you go. There he is.
That's right, Matthew.
Dude, I can't wait to meet Matthew, dude. You are one cool dude. I've only had a chance, and this is what we talk about. All these people get to meet face to face, dude. I cannot wait. And I saw that post. They're going to be ghosts. I'm sorry, Matt. I did not tell you this. It is haunted.
Unfortunately, there's ghosts.
There's ghosts. But I want to give them a shout out. A Voice for the Silenced, amazing documentary. And I was talking to Matt, and it's funny, like, I'm really proud of a lot of people in the underground. And this is what I was going to get at. I know people always talk about paranormal unity and all these things, and that's human nature. I studied politics for years. That's just people, right? When you get to a certain, oh, did I freeze there? When you get to a certain level in the game, you start really taking it in how important this research is. And it's, you know, they always said space was the final frontier and things like that. No, understanding what happens after is massive. And working at a collective like this, we're going to get answers faster. We have to work together. And that's what's great about all the unis, all the podcasts, everything that's going down on RU Media Network, like just collaborate. It's like when Rome was being built and all these philosophers are getting together and they're talking freely. This is an open network. You say what you want. You speak your mind. No one's going to judge you. No one's going to judge you because in the paranormal, there's no right or wrong answer. This is the unknown. And that's what's so great about it and what we're doing. So, yeah, I'm very proud of everybody.
You know, it wasn't too long ago where I was talking to some wise man where he said it's not even about proving the paranormal anymore, right? It's about learning about it. I believe it was a guy named Adam Kimmell that said something very close to that. It's not about proving it anymore. And you know what? I the first time I heard you say that really resonated with me. It's like, you know what? He's right. We as believers, we know.
Oh, we know. We're past that. We're past that. Yeah.
Definitely. So now I've been opening myself up more spiritually, and I've been finding other ways to try and connect with spirit. So I wanted to thank you for kind of helping me help lead me onto this new path that I'm on. I mean, I've always been kind of an empath. I've known that since the beginning of my paranormal ventures, but now, man, I'll tell you what, I'm connecting in ways, and I feel like if people could learn to do that or find someone that they could trust, because there's just so much to this. It's just so fascinating. And that's why I love like scrying mirrors. Those are getting popular. You know what? If you can safely connect with spirit and you feel comfortable doing it, I mean, that's the best way to learn, is to actually go and do it. Now, again, I have to iterate, be safe doing it, safe practices, make sure you're doing it properly, because if you don't do it properly, you can end up in a world of trouble, which is why people are scared of things like the Ouija board. So, yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there.
Eric, I'd love to see that sometime.
The scrying mirror. Yeah.
Scrying mirror?
When you were out at Madison, I was only there for a brief time, I think. You brought your scrying mirror out.
I did.
Yes.
I've never seen it done. Yeah.
It's interesting. It's very interesting. I've only seen it used one other time with Elfie Music. When we were filming at Hillview Manor with Elfie, she had a scrying mirror, but we didn't have time to really get into all of it. I mean, our time was limited for filming.
Maybe they kicked us out.
Yeah, I guess apparently we overstayed our stay. But production is not easy or short. But anyway, Brian, I want to give a moment to you. I love meeting new faces. I love meeting new people and stuff. Tell me, how does how does one get into the paranormal, right? Like, what's the backstory here?
Well, it all started at the old Madison Seminary, where you can sleep there overnight. No, that was towards like the, I guess, middle of my paranormal adventure. I started with a college group they just started their student organization, and I went on a few investigations. OSR was my first investigation ever, just thrown in the water. And there was weird connections where, we got into historical monuments in the center of Cleveland. There's a giant ship in, close to the downtown Cleveland area next to the science center that we got into. Like, there's some crazy places, some crazy pool that the college had. And then Eugene, who founded it, left it to me. I was teaching a bunch of people how to start in the paranormal because they thought it was cool. So it's constant teaching. And then when I graduated, I took a year and a half off, and now I started my own group. So, you saw me twice back in the college days, and you just saw me last fall or something. So we had an opportunity there too. Of course, it was one of my favorite locations. So of course we had to go back when I started my own group with my hometown friends.
You know what? Real quick, I met Brian because he had Ectovision come and talk to his group at John Carroll University.
No way! All right.
Yeah,
cool.
And here's an old picture of us where we met at a coffee shop. And Ectovision donated a SB7 spirit box to them, and it's just so cool to see. Like, we met by presenting for his special college project, and now here we are working together as colleagues on a podcast, and we've been on investigations together since, and it's just so cool. And that's what's so awesome about the this paranormal community, and what is so great about events like MadCon. And like you said, it's the teams getting together. It's a big reunion. And so that's Brian and my friendship kind of is a great example of that, because I mean how we all need to learn from each other. We all need to work together, and that's what it's about to me in the paranormal community. Here, real quick, Melvin Seaborn, he wants to know, will there be more events like MadCon in the future? Also, would you like MadCon to possibly become the Super Bowl or WrestleMania for the paranormal? Finally, is everyone welcomed to the event, or would you prefer for certain people to stay away?
Well, those are great questions, dude. You were right about Melvin, dude. He comes to play. So let me break this down. Let's bring that back up on the screen here real quick. I'm going to dissect everything.
Sure.
There will be MadCons. MadCon will continue on. I do hope that one day MadCon will no longer be for CF, because it'll be a cure found. So when that day comes, we can move on to the next. But until that day comes, every MadCon, unforeseeable future, I can't see an end date, will be for cystic fibrosis. When the cure is found, we will find something else to donate to. So to answer that question, until the end, yes. So I do want MadCon to become the Super Bowl or the WrestleMania of the paranormal. Absolutely. Last year we had a little bit of drama go down. We had some other locations. I won't mention them because I don't want to embarrass anybody. But we had two other locations pick the same day. We had set MadCon up first. Two major players decided they were going to do their Paracon on the same day. That was cool. That was like a haymaker that came out of left field, because you got a lot of dates to pick from. And those two Paracons flopped terribly. I talked to a lot of people that attended them. It was not good. It was not good at all, because I think when they do it, it's like a money grab. Some of these locations, when we're doing this is unity, and let's fight cystic fibrosis and whatever the future holds from there. It's always good energy. And if there ever was unity in the paranormal, you're seeing it at Ground Zero at Madison Seminary. And we'll continue that at Fairfield County Infirmary. That's why, in the end, we will become the Super Bowl or the WrestleMania. I already think we've taken the title because as of 2020, I don't know what else is going on out there. Everything went dim, but Madison Seminary is just it's on fire, dude. It's on fire. We don't know how to chill. So you know us. There's no relaxation over here. Finally, is everyone welcome to the event? Yes. We do not have a blacklist or anything like that of like banned people. All we do ask, the paranormal, it can get interesting. We meet a lot of interesting people along the journey. All we ask is be respectful at the event. Don't bring any of your demons with you or whatever you carry with you, extra baggage. It's a time for everyone to get together and have a good time. In the last 3 Paracons, we've never had a problem. We've ever had to kick somebody out. The vibes have always been great. And that's all we ask. Just, if there are any differences, and like I said, I'm always willing to listen to opinions. I will, if I find out tomorrow that something I was thinking was wrong, I will clearly jump ship and I'll go on that because I now have that definitive backing. Just remember that it's an open table. We're all friends and we're here to learn from one another. So yes, that should hit all 3 of the points, Melvin.
Save the drama for your mama. Leave it
That's
at
right.
home.
Leave it with your mama. Yeah.
Here's something. Even like if you did this like next year or next year, there's like you can imagine like a little TED Talk or something where I know we're spotlighting a lot of, big groups or even small groups that are well known. But even if you had like an hour or 2 where people had 10 or 15 minutes, I think every group has just a handful of things like a few special gems that they do unique and that really brightens up their paranormal adventure. If you gave, and of course you'd have to coordinate, these groups like 10 or 15 minutes to get in front of everyone and talk about, the one thing that they do that's unique. You can have just a huge idea thing that's an hour and a half or whatever, and people could just whip out their notepads and maybe they could take a few things back with them with their own paranormal group. And it's just like, wow, here are a few good ideas, maybe like a more efficient way to figure out where they want to investigate or different techniques, and just spread that around. And if you film it, say you did an hour and they were 10 minutes long because you only wanted to spotlight 6 people, that's 6 different videos that you can cut up and then use as the face of the next MadCon. Look at the crazy, fantastic ideas that people are spreading at these MadCons. Yes, it's a good cause. Yes, we're getting together with all the good friends. You're going to meet new friends. But there's a specific section where we're spreading all these great ideas where you can really enhance your group. So it's just a win-win-win-win. And you can use that as advertising as well as everything else you're doing on top of it. This is free content.
So we do have a gameplay for this. Goose is going to be broadcasting live in the back house. And what's going to happen is he will be taking in everyone on the ground. And it's going to be live streaming because we're going to be broadcasting this from all platforms. I mean, Madison Seminary is going to be blasted. A lot of people's live streams are going to be going. RU Media, it's going to be lit. And we're going to be taking people to the back house where they can have a nice, quiet environment away from the chaos for a little bit, and exactly what you're saying. But I really do like that idea of using that. Here's the thing. I was just talking to Eric McGill about this. Now, Chris and I have been doing this for 7 years, hardcore production. Like, we understand filming, and especially when you're filming the paranormal, it's much different than filming a family reunion. You know what I mean? And Eric and I were talking about possibly down the road trying to put together production classes for teams to come to Madison Seminary where we exclusively teach paranormal filming. Because I would tell you what, there is an art form to it. There absolutely, Chris knows, there is an art form because you are limited time constraints. How do you film an entire investigation and not lose your mind when you do production? You know what I mean? There's a lot of things we can teach that we've dissected because Chris sees the chaos. When we're filming an RU episode, oh, dude, it's Armageddon, man. It's all hands on deck, straight up war. And that can be very valuable because if we can teach other teams how to document and film, more content gets put out because there's a lot of great underground players. But a lot of people don't understand that when you get into the paranormal, you kind of need to be a filmmaker. You know what I mean? It's like the next level. You have to, because you can investigate and get some great evidence, but then it just becomes a ghost story where you're telling people what happened. Can we teach you how to efficiently document that and how to efficiently produce it and not kill yourself in the process?
Yeah.
You know, and that's knowledge we would like to share. So yeah, dude, you're on point with all this. I love these ideas, man. I love them. So.
Yeah, you know, I mean, when you go and for me, like I'm not a producer. I have a few like experiences that I've shared on a YouTube channel, but it's not anything that is eye-catching as what Ectovision or what Resident Undead does. And it's really about getting the story out there, sharing those experiences. I mean, the paranormal, I used to say my goal in the paranormal is to let people realize that the paranormal is actually normal. And, that's exactly what you guys teach. And so the more people that are making these documentaries, the more people that are getting this information out there, that's exactly what they're doing. And they're getting the stories out there. There's so much history out there. I mean, and there's so much that we can learn from the paranormal and you guys get that out there. So to teach people how to get that message out there, that's invaluable, especially to the paranormal community. I mean, there's so many people out there like, man, I wish I could make a documentary. So,
you can. I can tell anybody that you absolutely can. I studied poli-sci and counterterrorism. I never knew anything about filmmaking. If you have the passion, your heart's there, we can turn you into the best. And when you say about sharing stories, getting back to MadCon3, and it was all flashing when you said this, of how this entire movement has happened, sharing a story where getting Easton's story out, and there are other children, adults that are plagued with this, getting the story out, because me learning this 5 years ago, 6 years ago, nothing. And even look at just small time, what I was doing and working with the Musgroves, we've got people chiming in all across the country. So every location that has donated to this now, they heard Easton's name. They heard cystic fibrosis. They answered the call. It was efficiently getting the story out. And it's powerful. It's powerful what social media can do and just knowing how to get it out there. I don't know if we listed any of the locations so far. Did you guys talk about the locations that are up for grabs?
I played a video. What I can do is it's just there's so many.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I wasn't able to really pull up pictures for each location.
Yeah.
But you know what I was thinking about doing is here. Let's go ahead and do it.
And then Chris, when we come back from this, I definitely want you to tell people more in case people aren't familiar with, you know, educating more about cystic fibrosis and stuff. I think people are very eager to help. It's crazy how giving and caring people are.
So what I have pulled up here is the MadCon3 Facebook event page.
Okay, yes, this covers a lot of that's Addie right there. Addie, who is in the back right now, she is cowered in a corner there. We needed to show everybody, like, these are tickets coming in for locations, right?
Yeah.
These are people putting money down the line, going towards cystic fibrosis. Also, your chance to win a location. Dude, look at this. This is a time lapse because we didn't want people to stand there for an hour watching her sign this. This is Addie taking your online order, filling in your request for what location you want. Look at this. It's insane. So that's that right there.
Yep.
You have, I mean, when we put the beacon out, I did not expect. It was like when MGK put that freestyle together and he's like, I asked all these rappers to come on board and I didn't think they'd all come, but they all came. We asked all these locations and I didn't think we were going to get half of them. I did not think they'd answer the distress call, but there wasn't any location that was like, no, we're not going to help you. So, and then even on top of the locations that Addie, I got to give it to Addie, man. She was the sniper. She's over here. Every day, she's like, you won't believe what location just said yes. And I'm like, I actually don't know because you're getting crazy. You got the Conjuring House. You got Trans Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. You have, you know, all these. I could go on and on and on.
Here.
Mohican Castle. I mean, here you got, and there's not
an overnight lockdown with Ashley Storm. Hold on.
Yes.
There's here. Vicky, she was just on. I was just talking about this. This is the ghost cam. Guys, this is such a cool thing that you can have security cameras and HD cameras filming your investigation. So if there's any sort of findings, any sort of you can capture it right there, and she gives that to you for free. It's $100 service that you can
exactly what it is there's eyes in the sky at Hinsdale. If something happens, and let's say you turn your camera off, because that's when paranormal happens, you're turning your cameras off, you have eyes in the sky covering you in all those spots. So in case you miss something, the eyes in the sky don't miss it.
And how many times have you had an experience where you didn't have a camera and you're like, damn, I wish I had a camera? Well, guess what? Guess
what? You do. You do.
So that's a cool thing. And then
we have Monroe House, and that's not too far from you, Musgroves. That's that's right there down your alley. They were actually the first. They were the first location that said yes. Also, one of the first we went after. Ed and Pam are amazing.
They are amazing.
Also amazing owners.
Yep.
And it's an amazing location. This is a location that I will always say every paranormal investigator needs to experience the Monroe House. This place is insane, especially if you do private home investigations. This home is the worst case scenario for any home right here. I mean, this place is just as haunted as Madison Seminary, except it's in a house. Can you imagine living with that? Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
And then we have the
Knickerbocker. Yep.
I honestly, I'm not gonna lie. It's awesome. Peggy Knickerbocker, she came to bat for you guys. Of all the places, honestly, this is one of the last places I thought that would come and do something like this. And here she is. She's giving her heart. She's allowing a person come in from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. That's a whole overnight, guys. I've slept in that building. It's haunted. You want to sleep someplace where someone's standing over you all night? That's the place to go.
Knickerbocker, baby.
That's right.
And then here is the Bonnie and Clyde Ambush Museum. So that's a cool place. I would love to go there.
I think Addie's going to be bidding on that one since it's a winery.
Right.
We got the Wildwood Sanitarium. The John Ward actually just did
a documentary out there not too long ago.
He did. So that's a good place. And John Ward was my first co-host, so I gotta give him shout outs. And Malvern Matter. Wow. That's cool. A free investigation. It doesn't say for how many people. Is there a limit to this one?
We'll double check. It should be just your basic. Most properties are 10 or under, people wise. That's what it would be. I would expect. Yeah. And for everybody that's still watching that may have just chimed in, cystic fibrosis fundraiser, MadCon3, these locations have stepped up to bat to help. They literally have handed this over. There is no stipulation. I did not have to sell my soul. I did not have to put down a double mortgage down on Madison, anything like that. They have opened and answered the call, and you're seeing the locations have stepped up to fight cystic fibrosis and help with Easton here. So Melbourne Manor, this is down in Iowa.
Yeah. Hillview.
Ooh, Hillview.
What?
Yeah.
Tickets.
That's big. That's big right there. That's big. That's big. Prospect.
This place is really cool. Part of the Underground Railroad here in Ohio.
I remember hanging in a barn out that place.
Chris, you're like our Kenny of South Park. It's been ongoing. We try to kill you every location. You do it great, though. You do it great. Look at this one, everybody. Look at this one. That's Moundsville. That's West Virginia. Here's the thing I was saying. So many properties spread across the East Coast, even as far down to Texas, have joined in. This isn't just a little bubble in Ohio. Wilson Castle, Vermont, everybody, Vermont has joined the fight. Wow, there's a juggernaut. There's a juggernaut.
Oh.
Ohio State Reformatory. That needs no introduction.
No. Oh.
This one's new.
Yeah.
Old Jail Inn. This is out here in Indiana, not too far from the Musgroves here. This is actually an active bed and breakfast. You can stay here, and you and a significant. Yep. Yay. I see. I know what the Musgroves are going to be putting tickets in for, a little getaway.
That's right.
Janet will watch the kids. Sweet Spring Sanitarium. Cindy Harper, who is one of our special guests, helped us set this up. Free investigation for 8 people. Talk about the kindness and the generosity, guys. That is a giant sanitarium for you and 7 of your friends. Get on board.
That's ridiculous. Yeah.
That is absolutely ridiculous. That's what I was saying earlier. It's like if you go and you donate $20 or $100, these locations, I mean,
it's worth it. It's worth it.
An overnight investigation at OSR, you're looking at over $2,000.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so
get your tickets. $20 is well worth the fight.
For sure.
Old Paulding Jail. This is out in Indiana here. Ohio. Sorry, Ohio. I get so close to the border there. This is Ohio. You get a free weekday, Tuesday or Wednesday here. Investigation for 8 people. Amazing deal.
Jails are the
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I've never heard of this.
This one.
What
is
that?
Madison Seminary?
What
is that? I don't know. Looks cool.
I don't know. There's like those trees. I don't know. What happened to those trees that were there?
Something. Yeah, I think I remember seeing a place with trees. Yeah. But it sounds pretty cool.
You ever just sit back and look at that place and just can't believe it's yours?
Well, this Saturday, you and I are going to be sitting out. And we're going to have a moment of reflection. Because just so everybody knows, this is the Musgrove timeline. So, yeah, talk about timelines. Chris, when you reached out to me, dude, you made this timeline. You're responsible for all this. So
I remember carrying all of our equipment in about 3 feet of snow when we first went there.
When we first filmed in Madison, dude, and I was like, Chris, man, here's the adventure of a lifetime.
One time I was giving a flashlight tour at Madison Seminary, and somebody told me that they would drive by and there'd be people on the top windows. So I'm just picturing this as I'm looking at the picture.
Yeah. Women used to wave out.
And looking out of these windows, like, I just couldn't imagine. Wow. Okay, sorry. All right. Another one. These are for 10 people, guys. And I whole team investigation.
I have to apologize. We're booked out. We're sold out solid. I wanted to give weekends. We don't have them. We don't, unless you want to go in the dead of winter, which I don't think people are going to be cool about.
No.
We are completely sold out, but guess what? We can still get you in there. We can still get you in. You and 9 of your friends can take on 2 juggernauts uninterrupted, and it goes towards cystic fibrosis.
That's right. I don't know. I made a promise to myself to not do any more cold winter investigations because I don't like being cold. Saratoga County Homestead.
Little update. Congratulations to Steve Broad. He's been out there working his butt off to save this place. Destination Fear, like we were just talking about. Here it is. This is their opener for their new season.
Yeah.
So,
cool picture, by the way.
That's cool.
That is cool. That looks like a place I want to jump over the fence and start going around. There might be even a scary clown with some red balloons in there.
Chris, that would be a cool place. I'd really like to see us there one day. I'd like to see us there one day.
I would too.
Myrtle's Plantation. Who does not have this location on their list?
This is Myrtle's. I was down there in NOLA shooting for a TV show way back in the day, and I got to sit on the porch with the owner. She's amazing. I love the South. They're so chill. The production team was late. She's like, "Don't worry, honey. You want a lemonade?" And I'm like, "All right." Sat on the porch of Myrtle's Plantation, staring out of the beautiful scenery. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Landell's Mohican Castle. I talked a little bit about this location. This is for 3 gift certificates. Is there a little bit more information? This place, this is an active inn as well. And they do ghost tours and everything, and they do allow investigations. do you know a little bit more about the 3 gift certificates?
We did a little trade-off with them because I really want to meet them. So they exchanged this for an investigation at Madison, which they already came out, and I got to meet them. Very nice people, dude. They're our tribe, man. They're really good people. And this is a fully furnished castle with cabins. Krista, this is when you're going to want to focus on. You're going to put tickets in. There is cabins in the back. It is a beautiful retreat. The courtyard is beautiful. It's very historic, over 100 years old. And you get the gift tickets to those retreats. It's like there'll actually be 3 raffled separately because that's how they gave us.
Okay.
So your chances are increased. This one's really cool. Really, really cool.
Nice. Now, I want to throw this out there. This is really close to Mohican State Park. I mentioned this earlier. There's a river. You can go down a canoe. Dude, it's like a party going down this canoe. It's such a good time. There's even a floating snack bar where you can get food. I mean, it is such a cool place. It's such a cool area. Go camping there. I'll tell you what, I had experiences just camping there. Actually, one time I got a off, in the cut site, and 2 guys came wandering in from the woods. They were lost in the woods for 2 days. We ended up calling the Rangers. I'm sorry. That was just a cool experience. So, and that's in a cool area there in the state park. I get excited about state parks. The Conjuring House.
This is, come on. If there is a location embedded into American pop culture and hauntings, here it is, guys. Here it is.
That's right.
Based on Ed and Lorraine Warren's research, you have the Conjuring House. Do you know how many people would kill to get into that place? Right. You don't have to kill anybody. No charges will be filed. Here you go. Donate. Get that in for cystic fibrosis, and you can win a chance at the Conjuring House.
A free night for 2. Did that mean that you and a partner can stay there, just you and them?
That's it.
Could you imagine staying in the Conjuring House with just you and one friend?
Yeah. That's right
ultimate date night right there. That's better than prom.
If you're meeting a girl for the first time, this is where you go. You take her to this, okay?
Yes.
I don't know if that's my dream date night, but
scary movies.
Krista, you'd put it in as a joke. 1 ticket for them. That's the one you guys win.
I'll give it to you and Chris together so you guys can.
We can have a romantic getaway.
Guys, I apologize. I've been doing the screen share, and I have not been looking at the comments. So if I missed anything, I apologize.
Old Lavacata County Jail.
Yes.
Lavaca. I'm a tongue-twisted person. I must have, in that video, had to say that name so many times because I couldn't get it. Krista, say that name. How do you say that place?
Old Lacava? Old Lavaca? Old Lavaca?
See, she's like me. She did the squint. She's like, hey, this is a location. Our friends,
the vodka jail?
Lavaca. Our friends, like JP Doyle, he's down there. He's been to this jail. And he can vouch for it. The owners are amazing. They're amazing people. This is Texas, everybody. So you can't say that MadCon and this cystic fibrosis research can't touch your front doorstep. We're down in Texas with you right now. So
Adam sounds like a salesman on TV.
Yep.
I'm working it. I'm trying hard right now.
Here, Melvin, real quick, just taking a quick break. In a strange way, do you think you hear my voice crack like a teenager?
I didn't know you were going to bring it up, but we all heard it.
Do you think this event feeds energy at these locations, makes them feel more active, perhaps even, sorry for misreading, I know he's going to call me out on that. Sorry, makes them more active, perhaps even aware that something special is going on? Do you think the locations become more active with all the new energy visiting? Now, real quick before I let you guys answer this, last year at MadCon3, I was sitting at my team's table and I was looking at a window, and I just felt like you could tell that all that energy was going into the building. So, what do you guys think?
I mean, yeah, the building's very aware. Chris Chris and I with RU just shot our return episode not too long ago. And that building is charged, dude. It knows. It knows. And
so many people that goes through there, like Adam used to talk about the entourage effect.
Yep,
Just
the
imagine
entourage.
the spirits that come with the people that go through there as well.
The building knows.
It's nonstop energy through there.
Yeah, Chris is right. It's entourage theory. There's so many. How many different spirits have traveled through there? Absolutely. And MadCon is taking the biggest car battery to it. Like, it's just, you know. Hinsdale House. Klaus was very generous. We brought him as a special guest. I did not expect anyone to have to do anything, and Klaus stepped up. He offered this, and for anyone, again, Hinsdale House is on the list. So now we're touching New York, guys. From Texas to New York.
That's right. And you know, the Hinsdale House is crazy. The entire property is crazy. This is where we're talking about that ghost cam is at. If you go for this location, put some tickets in for the ghost cam too. All right. And
Trans-Allegheny.
That's insane.
Right there.
Another bucket list location for a lot of people. You're just checking out everywhere. Old South Pittsburgh Hospital. Here we go, going down
So,
south.
for everyone that's tuning in, I know Musgrove's probably that witching hour with the children. You guys probably have to go soon here.
Yeah.
And before we have to head out, I want to say everything as we've gone down this list. This event's going to be something you don't want to miss. The Musgrove boys are excited. You can hear them right now. They're very excited. But guys, it's coming to the end, and I want you guys to know this. You will regret this if you don't chime in, because this is the biggest roll call of the paranormal. And like Melvin said, do I want this to become the Super Bowl? It is. The Super Bowl's here, guys. So get in on it. Join the fight in cystic fibrosis, and we're gonna turn it into Cure Found, CF. So, and Krista, before you guys head out, is there anything else you guys wanna add in?
I'd love to just publicly say thank you so much for starting this and continuing on and making it bigger and bigger each year. We already know what it's done the past couple years. It's gotten us to Trikafta, which is a triple combination drug that Easton will be able to take here, hopefully within the next 12 months. So
yes,
the fundraisers are working, the research is going, and we just can't thank you guys enough, and all the hard work Addie's putting in behind the scenes. So just thank you so much.
Yeah, that's the great thing. So yeah, dude, it's I know you guys probably gotta get the kids to bed here, and I gotta get back to doing some. I could feel Addie right now. Like, ground zero is approaching, guys. Like, it's crazy.
That's true.
So the back house is a mess. Shirts are in. So everybody's wondering. We've got shirts littered here everywhere. Name tags. We're packaging them. Like, get ready. I can't even find Addie and all the madness back here, but Sean, Brian, thank you guys. Thank you for having us, helping the Musgrove spread the word again. And dude,
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I definitely understand you guys need to go. I'm going to finish going over the list here.
Okay.
So if you guys need to get going, I completely understand. And it looks like somebody from RU Media wrote a book, so I'll go over that too.
Yeah.
It's got something to say.
I also have to head out because I have company and they're yelling at me. I wrote the novel actually on Facebook. If you actually open up the comment, it's actually nice. It's got spaces and everything, so it's very consumable on the Facebook. I went and checked. Here is if you're a person that likes things listed, for some reason we're talking and it's not hitting you. There are so many benefits to donate, to go. So I looked at them all on the Facebook comments. It's literally bam, 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 bam. If you're going in person, bam, bam, bam. Make sure after this is all done, after you enjoy the podcast, go back. It's going to be one of the last comments and just reread all these things because this is going to be a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Whether you're just donating, enjoying the live stream, or actually going, you're going to make a real impact here.
Definitely. Definitely. Oh, real quick, Brian, I want you to do a shout out though. because I worked on a special project with you, and it's going to be airing actually Saturday, right?
Yes. It's a part of the Your Paranormal. It's going to be Scary Game Saturday. One of the ways that we're branching out using the paranormal and getting more people involved in the paranormal is having real ghost hunters play real scary games. So a bunch of people that love watching like the scary games, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook, a lot of people have never really considered the paranormal as something in their hobby. And when we talk about, like especially the youth, we're all really passionate, but it's really getting the youth involved in the paranormal. Well, while they're out, enjoying all the content out there on YouTube, maybe they're watching, people play scary games and, just, reacting to that and having a good time. We're doing that as well. So me and Sean's got some wonderful jump scares and everything that's going to bring them back to the paranormal community and hopefully open some doors for them.
Excellent. I love that. I love that.
Oh man, it's so much fun. We play these like horror video games, and he's like filming my reactions as we like have like freaky stuff jump out at me. So
Nice.
yeah, it's something different and it's fun. So
well, thank you guys. I mean,
thank you for coming on, guys. Thank you I know you guys are all very busy. Thank you for coming on. Like I said, if you guys want to stick around, the people who are watching, that is, I'm going to finish the list of all the locations. And if people want to comment, whatever, I know Brian, Adam, and Chris, you guys are all very busy and need to get Adam. You got to go and get Madison Seminary ready for us.
Let's get ready for the big event, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
I got you. I'll see you soon, buddy. All right, guys.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for coming on, guys. I really appreciate it. Everyone, come out to MadCon3. Do yourself a favor. All right. Good night, Chris. Thank you again. Brian, you have a good night. I will see you soon, brother.
Yes. Thank you, brother.
All right, guys. So, real quick. That's just me. That's scary. Who wants to do that? I wish I could make this screen smaller because that's scary. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to do the screen share. And I'm going to put this back on here real quick, guys. And we're just going to finish this list. I'm not going to really see a lot of your comments. But, I mean, it's just important that you guys see all these cool locations. And there's going to be some of the other prizes listed here, too. The Old South Pittsburgh Hospital, guys. An investigation for 8 people. This is a bucket lister for a lot of people. Again, the 30-minute mentor session with Laura Marini. This is huge, guys. This is going back to what Adam was saying about, getting our ideas out there. And there's so much that anyone can learn from somebody like Laura Marini. That's something that's priceless. You'll get 30 minutes with her, and just for making a donation and bidding on that. Again, here's the ghost cam. And it looks like we have hit the end of that list. And I guess that was pretty much it. I know there's going to be other prizes, guys. So make sure you come and get your tickets. Here's Addie. She's working hard, guys. She's getting your tickets ready so that you can win with your donations. Thank you, everybody, for coming on. Thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing everybody this Saturday at Madison Seminary. I do believe it's from 10 o'clock. Ooh, hold on. Freaks come out at night. Fail Army. Haha. I like Fail Army videos. Sorry about that. So here we go. MadCon, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Then after that, they have a ghost hunt for people that have paid to do that special event. So make sure you come out. Madison Seminary. If you need the address, let's get that pulled up here. here are the prices. It's $5 to come in. It's a $5 donation for you to come in from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Madison Seminary. And all right, I mean, guys, to get the address, all you got to do is literally go ahead and Google Madison Seminary. And let's see. You go. Madison. Right here, 6769. Here, Middle Ridge Road. Here we go, right here. There it is, 6769 Middle Ridge Road, Madison, Ohio. And let's go ahead and remove this. It's my scary face again. And then I'm going to end this because I feel really awkward right now. This is it, guys. Madison Seminary at 6769 Middle Ridge Road. Here it is. Let's go satellite image here. This is where we will be, everybody. It's going to be in the back area. It looks a lot different now. This is not there. Wow. This is pretty cool. Look at Google Maps. So this was before. Let's get rid of this screen because this is before Adam took over. And it looks a lot better now, guys. So let's not remember it that way. But here is the important part. At 6769 Middle Ridge Road, Madison, Ohio, Saturday from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. Eastern. Everybody, make sure to make it there. And good night, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to our paranormal podcast. We will be back with you next week. And our guest next week, I have, honestly, I was working on this show, and let's see, next week, I know it's, next week is, I believe, Eric Knapp. It's our rescheduled show for Eric. So, and then after that, we are having Robbie back on. So, that's this guy, Robbie Thomas. He will be back on, and we're going to be going over the book and his new projects and stuff. So, all right, guys, it's enough of me. It's too much of me. Have a good night. I will see you all Saturday at Madison Seminary at MadCon3. Y'all have